Hello everybody. So we are currently looking at my makeup storage. You guys have seen this before. It's really nothing new. I've had this thing for, I think, 8 years or something ridiculous like that, and then I've started to add the Sterilite drawers. We are completely switching this out. I'm going to be getting a whole new setup, hopefully, I hope within the next month or so. And my family is going to be coming to town soon, and every single time they come, I like to do some sort of a declutter-ish thing. Sometimes it's only a few products, sometimes it's a lot. I have a feeling this time it might be a lot because I'm willing to part with more things. I like doing this because it gives me a chance to give old makeup products, or not old ones, but just maybe stuff that I don't use a whole lot, to my sisters who I know will really enjoy it, and to my mother as well. And so this is kind of one of my favorite things to do, and so that's what we are going to be tackling today. Up top here I have all my palettes. These are in the daily rotation, or I don't know, daily, you guys get what I'm saying. I use all of these a lot. This isn't a makeup collection video, so I'm not going to touch on that stuff, but we are going to open the first makeup drawer. I have this drawer up here that's just full of lip balms and stuff, but we're not going to be going into that very much. First thing I can already see here, this is a NYX. It's so dusty, you guys can already see that. 5-color eyeshadow in I Dream of Antigua. Let me see if I can get this open. This was one of the very first makeup palettes that I ever bought because Emily Noel had a video on Be Luscious Cosmetics, I think it was, and they had a palette very similar to this. This was back in seriously like 2008, you guys. But I could not at the time afford it, so I decided to go in and pick up a dupe, which was this NYX one. So I have had this for, I mean, that would make it like seriously 8 years now. So I just need to get rid of this. I might see if they want it, but it is going to go kind of in more of the old makeup section versus the I'm just trying to get rid of it section. I had no problems with it, but obviously I don't use it anymore. And I think that I'm just going to put this stuff probably just down here on the floor for now. Next product that I have in here, this is one that I've absolutely loved. It's an old Maybelline palette. It's the, oh goodness, Sun-Baked Neutrals Expert Wear Eyeshadow 8-Pan Palette. Again, this is just going to go into the old section because I've had it for so long. Next palette that I have here, this is new. This is from Mimi Box. It's the Pony Eyeshadow Collection. I tried doing a look with this, and honestly, I mean, if I'm giving you guys my true honest opinion, the color selection is just not for me. It's kind of like a weird mix between warm and cool. I would say overall the tone is neutral, but then you have like the bright coral, which kind of warms it up. Every shadow in here is very shimmery. Pigmentation is decent. They definitely work best with a primer. It's just not a shadow collection that I know I'm going to get a whole lot of use out of. It's not anything I'm going to travel with. I don't find the colors to be particularly unique enough where I want to keep it, so I'm going to give that away. Next thing I have in here is another Maybelline product. This is the Eye Studio Baked Shadow in Bronze Blowout. I think I got this on clearance during one of the Walgreens or CVS beauty clearances. Again, I have so many colors, that kind of bronzy shade and then that champagne color. Very, very pretty. These are very nicely pigmented, but I just don't ever see myself using this. What else can we do? L'Oreal Hip. I actually like this one. These have been since discontinued, and even though I don't wear these navy shades a lot, I don't have a whole lot of those colors in my collection for that reason. So when I need to pull something out, since I'm getting rid of that Antigua palette, I think that I'll keep that. Here we go. This might be something I need to get rid of. This is from Flirt Cosmetics. I'm getting better at this one-handed thing. It is an eyeshadow quad, so beautiful. I seriously used to use this all the time. You can find this brand at Kohl's. I've had this forever, and even though I do really, really enjoy the shades, again, it's just something where I have them similar in other palettes, and because this is one that just kind of sits in here and, you know, it's got the black casing so I can't see through it, I just never ever reach for this, and there's no point in me keeping it. All right, Maybelline Eye Studios. Oh, do I want to keep these? These are amazing, really good quality eyeshadows. I do think that I'll keep these because that's kind of one of my random pullouts. Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips in 4 Brown Eyes. Yeah, I never use this. These eyeshadows, to be honest, aren't very good. I have the Nude collection. I actually do like this, even though, again, the shadow pigmentation really sucks. I like the overall color scheme, and I do find myself wearing that on like my natural day makeups, but this I never wear. I have 2 little long comb quads. The reason I have these is actually because they were my grandma's, who has since passed away, so I will not get rid of those. CoverGirl, oh gosh, what is this? Shimmering Sands. This honestly, this product is just so funny. So this is one of those products that I continually give away, repurchase, give away, repurchase. I've done that about 3 times now because it seems like every summer somebody tries to do a tutorial with these, and I love the way it looks. But honestly, now that I honestly don't think I've used this in over a year, and looking at it again, I know that I have colors similar. So if I feel like I ever want to recreate a look, I can easily do that. And these sort of brown tones, to be honest, that are very neutral, neither warm or cool toned, I just don't wear these that much. I either like to go for a taupey eye, or if I'm going to do you know, a brown eye, I'll go very warm on the color spectrum. So, and they're all shimmery. I just don't, yeah. These are Lorac palettes. I'm going to keep those. Here is that Maybelline Chai Latte quad. This is actually a quad that I like to pull out every once in a while because of its 2 mattes. But since I have acquired the Lorac Pro Matte Shadow Palette, I really don't use this. So I'm going to give that away. You can see I have some Wet n Wild palettes in here. I really need to pull out that 8-pan palette again because I really do like that. This is a kind of a newish Clinique one. It has the Strawberry Fudge Duo in it. I'm not even going to attempt to get this open because I almost never can. And that has a blush in it. Honestly, I got this as a free sample. I'm going to give it away because I know my sisters will love it. And I just, again, I have similar enough shades. This here, this is from Boots number 7. It's an eyeshadow trio. A very, very interesting color scheme. You got like a blue toned silver, a pink shade, and then a sage green. This was a lot like a NARS, I think it was a NARS trio that was released 2 or 3 years, maybe even 4 years ago. And I picked this up again because I just couldn't afford the NARS at the time and I wanted the dupe. So I found this and I thought I was so genius for coming up with this because the shades were actually very identical. But in all reality, this color selection just doesn't go very well together. The Boots shadows are kind of those shadows that can easily be blended away into nothing, so I don't find myself reaching for this. So that's going as well. I have an Inveda eyeshadow palette, which I love, my 2 Bare Minerals, and then an Estee Lauder one, which I love too. So look how much that completely cleared out. I'm very proud of that. All right, next one that we have is kind of like some of my singles and duos. I can already tell that these Everyday Mineral eyeshadows, I have had these for so freaking long. Again, these are just going in the whole like they're old category because I think I purchased these similarly to when I purchased that NYX palette back in 2008. So why do I have these? That makes no sense. I never use them because I never go for loose mineral eyeshadows. I just find them to be very inconvenient. These are very pigmented though, but I don't even think the brand even exists anymore. So gonna get rid of those. This is something that I got in BoxyCharm, Cheek Room, or was it a BoxyCharm or a Mimi box or a Nipsey? I think it might have been a Mimi box because it has Korean on the back. But I don't go for this shade, this kind of bright yellow, so I'm gonna give that away. 2 e.l.f. singles here, which I convinced myself I would maybe use at some point, but I just don't. Buttercream, and then I think the first one is Moss up here. Giving those away as well. Gosh, I am just flying through this. This Wet n Wild Kitten eyeshadow. I used to love this. It's a beautiful lilac shade, but again, I just don't think that I'll use that a whole lot. Almay Pure Blends. This is so old. I mean, seriously, this isn't even a product that exists anymore. This is in lavender. At the time that I purchased this, I loved it because I've always been obsessed with these kind of taupey purple shades. But now I've accumulated so many. This is one that I don't reach for. And then 2 CoverGirl singles that both of them are very popular and I really liked. One of them is Tapestry Taupe. That's the first one. And then the other one is, oops, excuse my weird camera angle. This is called Mink. Mink is a dupe for All That Glitters, but I have All That Glitters from MAC. Tapestry Taupe is a good taupe, but Lord knows I don't need any more taupe eyeshadows, especially ones from CoverGirl. Honestly, CoverGirl eyeshadows just kind of suck, so gonna give those away. Look how much that honestly cleared out this front space. Now I need to go buy stuff to fill it all in. Makeup Forever shadow. This is kind of a brown one. I'm going to keep that guy. Justice Girl Pigments, MAC, L'Oreal glitters that I like. All this stuff I really like except for maybe, again, these e.l.f. Mineral Loose Shadows. I just never reach for these. They're beautiful and I want to keep them because they're so pigmented and they're so pretty. This one's kind of a plum color. Then I have all these 3. But honestly, they'll go to such a better home if I give them to my sisters. So I'm going to get rid of these as well, and then I can accumulate some stuff that I'll wear more. And now that I've done that, hopefully I can fit some of my color pops in here because that would be really nice. So not sitting on the side. These are all MAC shades. I use all of those. I don't think I'd ever get rid of a MAC eyeshadow, so I'm going to keep that. Wet n Wild Nutty back here, I use this all the time, so I just have this little section here, as you guys can see, of just random singles. I actually use and rotate through almost all of these, so I'm going to keep all of those, guys. This is like my least favorite drawer to tackle every single time because it's such a pain in the butt. This is my eyeliners, mascaras, primers kind of drawer. These I've had forever. Eyeshadow primer potions from Urban Decay. You can tell they're in the old packaging. Getting rid of those. This L'Oreal Bare Natural Mineral Liner that I keep on telling myself I'm going to use. Again, unless it's foundation, I do not use these kinds of products. As far as the eyeliners are concerned, I recently did a declutter video where I kind of went through this and I decluttered a lot. So this should be pretty easy. I'm just going to pick up products that I know off the bat I won't use. Hard Candy Hot Smudge, used to love this. You can tell like this brown shade I just dug into, but I don't use it anymore. Let's see, some Mally pencils. I have a Perfect Point from CoverGirl that I like to use to draw on freckles. Elf shadow stick that I kind of like. Honestly, this drawer is pretty well set because I tend to throw away products right away or except maybe this. This came in a BoxyCharm Lord & Berry black kohl pencil. I just don't use kohl pencils like this a lot, and I know my sisters will. Other than that, though, I mean, I don't keep a whole lot of gel liners on hand. These primers, I'll really enjoy these. Except for maybe the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I forgot that I even had this. Gonna give that away. And probably Too Faced Shadow Insurance too, just because I don't need it and all my sisters were wanting eyeshadow primers, so that can go. Little Bare Minerals Prime Times though, I really like that. Too Faced Glitter Glue, absolute must have. Here's an Lorac one that I have for a backup, definitely going to keep that, and then we just have some mascaras. So there we kind of tackled the eye portion. I'm going to break this up just so that these videos aren't too long, and I will go through and I will do lips and cheeks and then face with you guys. I know that I've done videos similar to this in the past, so I hope you guys just enjoy me breaking down my collection a little bit more. That is a lot of products. If you can see here on the floor, I need to go get a bag to kind of swoop all of this stuff up, but I know that they're going to love this and I'm super excited to give this to them. So I want to thank you all so much for watching, and we will come back and we will do this again in my next video. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.